I'm wearing my quick scan glasses, buddies. And my red pen, so I can see every error extra good. So, let's quick scan. It's that time of the month again, buddies. It's quick scan time at Pet. So, if you have something to quick scan, better call Pet or leave me a message on my website. You know, it's in the description below this video. I'm quick scanning, buddies. That doesn't look good. That is even worse. This is super bad. Better hand me my quick scan cap too, Petra.
Nee, zo.
Now let's quick scan this bad boy. Action.
This episode of Our Delicious is brought to you with the support of our Patreons. Rose, Donna and Ralph, Robert and Rick Conley. Get your ticket on the Penelope bus today by visiting patreon.com/ourdelicious or visit our website www.ourdelicious.com.
Awesome. Hop in, babe, we're going.
Woohoo!
Well, you know, friends from the Netherlands used to have a house left into the mountains for an old RV for Penelope. She's in 1983. Well, you know, friends from the Netherlands, bad and Penelope. Pat loves taking pictures and Pat has left design. Penelope loves driving till the end of time. Well, RV-licious, if you like a vibe, please subscribe, please subscribe.
Hey, good morning, buddies.
Good morning.
We're in Emmen today, and I have to say, I'm a bit under the weather. Gotta catch me cold and a cough. So you know, a heads up that my beautiful voice might sound a little bit nasal, but still beautiful, of course. Last time we were in Emmen, we got a flyer from a camper spot nearby under our windshield wiper, and if you remember, I discussed it with Petra.
Yes.
And I think out of my top of my head, I discovered 50 errors in it. I think it were 50 errors, and it was just blocks of text and no pictures, not very selling. So today we're back in Emmen, and it seems that the camper spot owners have listened to what I was talking about, because this morning I woke up to a new flyer.
Yay!
So let's review it and see if they...
Improvement.
So, I still love it.
There you go.
This was the first one. As you can see, I used the red pen on for it.
No, not the red pen.
Yep, the red pen. And they had German translation on the background, no pictures,
Yeah.
a lot of blocks of text, and a lot of errors, as you can see. So that was the old one. Put them next to each other. The old one, and this is the new one. This is the new one. This is the old one. So, as you can see by all the red, because I used the red pen, there is a little bit improvement. There now are pictures on the flyer of the camper spot. Basically, it's one picture on both sides. But there's all kind of text over the picture. So text over picture makes it very unclear to read. So if you, especially with the green here, it says behind Erica, achterop Erica. You can't read that. It's text over picture is very not done, very unprofessional, very amateuristic feel. So immediately this has an amateuristic feel. Then if you look at the text itself, I counted how many sentences there are in this flyer. Both sides counted the sentences, 17 sentences. Did they make, how many mistakes were in those 17 sentences? 49. Instead of 50 mistakes, I only found 49. That is improvement, but it's still 49 for almost, for 9 sentences almost per side. 49, almost 50 errors. That's more than 2 errors per sentence. So it is almost 3 errors per sentence, and it's almost sloppy errors, like spaces where no spaces should be, abbreviations where no abbreviations should be, spaces and then dots instead of just end of sentence dot. They have spaces. Sometimes they don't even dot the end of a sentence. Abbreviations where they're not supposed to be. They're using the wrong kind of underscore and middle scores. Capitals are forgotten in the beginning of sentences. Just sloppy errors. And that's only the outside of the text, because the inside of the text, the content, is not very accurate. The content, basically this whole piece of content, which takes up half of the page of the flyer, is just directions. I mean, and then also the rest is made up by an unclear, vague picture of a map piece where it should be. In a day and age where everybody uses navigation systems, that information could clearly have been used better, content-wise. So, and then there's a list of what is available. Normally you don't describe it in a list, you describe what's available in bullet points. So this is a text block, it should be bullet points. This is information about the camper spot, and all it says is it's near the highway and it's near Emmen. That's just generalistic information, it's not information about the camper spot at all. If you turn the flyer around, you see a block of text again. We already saw that, like here you had the block of text. I made a red block about it. Well, here we have a block of text too. Oh, I'm writing on the table there. As you can see, a block of text. It's just a big block of text. As you can see, here is a space between the text. If you do that, you have to make a subheader for the second part of the text. That's just practical information. This is another spot. There should have been a space with a subheader where there is none. So that's another error. So basically they removed the subheaders to fit in the white text into the narrow space. And if I look at the bottom part of the text, I see that it's the same information as on the other side of the flyer. So they left out the German translation this time, but they just made duplicate text saying to the reader of the flyer how to get, that's very important for these people, how to get to the camper spot. And then there is a lost link to a website, which should be clearly visible, usually at the end, like they already had. But there's no reason, if you only have this tiny space to work with, to put in the website somewhere middle of the text. So that tells you that it's an amateuristic text. Then we look at the intro of the text, and I see that they rewrote the text. First it said when you're traveling with your camper looking for a camper spot near Emmen, and now it says when you're traveling in Drenthe with the camper. So they did an effort to rewrite the text, but they did it themselves. That's clear to me because of it's the same modus of operandus. I recognize it. So it tells me that what this tells me is that they used a lot of money once again to print out a new flyer.
Such a shame.
And it's not an improvement.
No.
it's still almost 50 errors. That's way too much.
Oh.
The right information, why should we visit that camper spot, is not even in all the text that they crammed in there. It's not even in there. And how can they know that? They can't, because they're not professional copywriters. So it's not, I'm not, like I said the last time, I'm not trying to burn down this camper space, but I'm just reviewing from a professional standpoint this new flyer, which again costs money, because this is
Good paper.
this is good paper. Now they just need a good flyer. So it is, as you can see here, they made some improvement here. The logo was a bit stretched, and here they made it square. But why is it in there to begin with? You could ponder. They left out the logo, the original logo, which was very like a child drew it in Microsoft Paint. So that's an improvement, but they didn't put in their new redesigned logo. That's all stuff that's easily manageable by me, or an experienced flyer maker, basically. They did. I don't know if it has to do with my video or if it's just that this is last year's flyer and this is the new flyer. But clearly they spent a lot of money on a bad flyer. And it doesn't, I'm not saying that nobody will visit the camper spot because of the bad flyer, but it makes a very unprofessional introduction of your camper spot. And I'm just doing this out of the top of my head. I'm just quick scanning it, like I have a quick scan package on my website. But I mean, 50 errors. If they just hire me for $50, that would be $1 per error. Wouldn't you gladly pay that to have a flyer without errors in it? And then pay me to rewrite the text, so you actually have a good text to show. So, and it's not about this camper spot necessarily, but they put this stuff under my windshield wiper, so giving me content to review. And yeah, this is very crowded. Some campers are leaving, so yeah, buddies. And that's, I mean, it sometimes it's heartbreaking to see that these hardworking people of the camper spots spend a lot of money writing their own text probably, or hiring somebody who's not doing a good job and getting paid for it. But if they're doing it themselves, yeah, I mean, you can't blame people for not. You can't blame me for not knowing how to fix a car. But I shouldn't try to fix it myself. And if I try it, I quickly understand, like with the tire, that I have to call up somebody who knows what he's doing, a professional. And yeah, what you see here is what a lot of people do. They think they can do it themselves. They think that it saves them money. But if this is your presentation, 2 flyers, both flyers chock full of errors. Yeah, I gotta end this broadcast. Too much coughing coming up. That's about it for this flyer. So thank you for putting this under my windshield. Maybe you thought, will show Patrick that we learned from that review. We showed him that we can make a good flyer. Well, it's a nice try, but next time just knock on the van and say, Patrick, we want to hire you to make it.
Yes, please do.
So this kind of quick scan, that I just spontaneously look at the flyer and then go all passionate about it, go to town on it. That's a service I offer for only $50, and I'll tell you everything that's wrong with it. So if this camper spot on average costs €15 for a camper for a night, imagine 3 campers. That's usually that you earn in a day. You earn my fee, and usually in a day more campers arrive. So it pays itself back. And if you want me to write it, it costs a bit more, but it's still it's probably worth the investment. And yeah, it's something I run into a lot. I just love looking out for flyers and text like these. And then my hands itch to make it better because I'm so passionate about it, of course. But yeah, it's a shame. It's we could do a lot of good in that sense for people.
Yeah. Definitely.
Good afternoon, buddies.
Good afternoon.
So, this morning we discussed the flyer that was behind our windshield, but today a local volunteer brought an information package, and it's a volunteer from the tourist office, and it's inside this beautiful bag. So, if it's a tourist office, they gathered a lot of flyers, so I'm gonna take them out. Oh, my assistant will take them out.
Mm,
Take it out.
check it out.
Take it out.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you. So this is the whole information package. I'm just in a rush because I have to pee. But
Why don't you
I wanted to show you guys what I can do as a copywriter. So the bag is okay. I checked that. It's spelling free and everything. So if you see in this information package, there's a lot of things, stuff and things in here. And I'm just going to review, quick scan them all. And I'm going to do it really quick because I have to pee. But I thought it was an interesting experiment because I'm going to approach it like this. If you make a flyer, then it should be error free. But of course, it can even happen to me that there can always be one tiny error in there. So I'm going to look, if I find one error, I'm going to forgive that. If I find a second one, I'm going to move on to the next flyer, because that will tell me there's probably more errors to find in there. So this is an interesting thing. If it is a very professional flyer, I'm going to look for one error. Then it's if it is a very professional flyer, then only one error is too much. So then you can decide for yourself if there's added value in having a copywriter looking at your flyers. What do you think, Pedro?
Mm-hmm. Most
So
definitely.
let's start with this. This is this thing. This is this is a map. This is a map of the Emmen where we are. There's another map of Emmen. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna of course need my red pen for this. My red pen.
Again.
Pedro, can you give me my red pen?
Not the red pen again. Not the red pen again.
The red pen. And can we give me my quick scan glasses?
But of course,
So
I most definitely can. Here you go. Oh. There you are.
thank you. Okay. So here we go.
Awesome.
Blah blah blah. Let's see. Well, this is a sloppiness. Yes, I see here a sloppy abbreviation that could have been prevented easily. So that's one strike, which I'm gonna forgive. Then I'm gonna see what else I can find. Yeah, this sentence, it says the of opportunity for A, B and C, and then there should be a point, and then this should be capital, because NN is not done, and another N that's not done. So 2 errors fail. Next, what do we have here? We have a business card. Okay. If you look at this business card, it's boring. So that's it's only it's one-sided. That's okay, but it's boring. And as you can see, the white space on this side compared to the F, there's a very short white space that should have been center aligned. So that's not a nice business card. Even in a business card with hardly any information and boring stuff, I found an error. Next. This is an adventure, camper adventure. Aha, it's a camper adventure thing, and it's a local camper adventure website, dude. And this is where he lives, and then it's a big no-no to put a map of the world in there as your logo. So this is just very unfortunately chosen as a background for your dinges. It should be the local map, at least the map of the Rente.
And the other side?
Other side?
Yes.
Yeah, other side is okay, but it's a big no-no. So you have to think all these people paid money to have this designed, written and printed. So now let's look at this one. Well, what I don't like about this one is the website address. It's very easy to misread it, and it's very long. WBO Makelacht on Meyer or something. I don't know. I don't like it. Here. Yeah, it's his name, but it's a bit long, so I would choose either to use this as your website, or even Makelaar as your website, but all these things added together, it's just too long, it's not appealing, so that's also a big no-no. Then we have these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 mini ads on the one side and 8 mini ads on the other side. So I'm gonna rush through this if I find something. Here I see the word wellness. It should be written with double L, so that's the first error. It's a pretty big one, so that's the first one, which I'm gonna forgive. Then we have here, this is very blurry text, and the it's very blurry everything. So that's a big no-no. That should be redesigned by the graphic designer, and it's a big error that he didn't find. I'm gonna turn the page around, or shall I leave it with that for the time being? Let's see. Yes, well, at least let's leave it at that for now, because we got plenty more where that came from. Let's see what we have here. We have another eight ads. Let's see. Yeah, here the word they try to write vegetable, fruit and meat packages. This is wrong. Here is missing the stripe, so that's 2 errors already in one ad. Let's see if I can find another one. Here is the word bar. There should be white space there, and the white space between this bracket and the word should be gone. So 2 errors, 1 forgiven. It's too many. Let's see. This is a list of all the churches in Emmen. Here, this bracket, and there should be no white space between the bracket and the word. That's error 1. And we see the same error here. So, and here, and here should be an error. There's already 4 errors. Yes, it's a very ugly abbreviation. Don't do abbreviations, people. So, already a fail. As you can see, of all the flyers so far, there's not been any that was nice. This is a very professional flyer. Petra, can you fold it out? So, because this is a very professional flyer, it has professional photos, it has professional text. I can see by how it's made up that it's very professionally done. There's a lot of info. It's a beautiful flyer, nothing wrong with it. So if I find one error, aha! Here they're talking about the broad view of the landscape, and this word should be with an E and an I, and not with an E and an I and a J. So a very professional flyer, expensive to design and make. A lot of time went in there. It's a museum flyer, but I found an error, so fail. Next. It's another camper flyer. It's a camping flyer. Alright. This is a title. A title never has a dot in there, so that's error 1. Then I fold it open. I see the word 6 amp. This is a very ugly abbreviation. It's not necessarily wrong, but here is end of a sentence has one dot, not two. So that's error 2. Let's look at this flyer a bit further. It's it does have multiple pictures. It has it's not a bad flyer, but it has errors in it, so that's just a waste of money. Next flyer, let's look at this thing. Ooh, this is very ugly. This is very ugly. What immediately attracts the attention is that it is called Camping Owlen Mountain, Owlenburg. It has a huge logo of an owl, and also the logo is going over the picture instead of in between. And the pictures are very small. As you look at the picture size, it's very small, very dark, and I'm wearing my bright glasses. I can see there's a lot of text. Here's missing is a subheader. There's a lot of text, and as you can see here, this is a bullet points. I think this is at least 20 bullet points. That's too much. I mean, 5, max 8 to 10 bullet points tops. So that's an error. Let's see. They write here etc. Etc. means that you're too lazy to think of what else is there. They're talking about their canteen area, but I see here downstairs they're also already talking about the same canteen area again. Here it says canteen area with coffee and pie, and here it says canteen with tables, chairs, a bar, coffee and ice and pie. So that's redundant information, so it's a fail for this flyer. Then we have a professional flyer, professional looking flyer of a company called Eco Tours. I already spot the mistake. There are what do you call that? Photo, what you write under a photo, text to explain what you see in the picture. But instead of explaining what you see here, like sheep with guests are looking at the sheep, they write what they call fake testimonials. So it says we had a lovely day and enjoyed enormously, and that's a fake testimonial because there's no name who said that. If it was the mayor of the city or something, that should be in there. It's a fake. Here's the same thing. It's a fake testimonial, a fake super adventure, something remarkable. Can recommend this. So 4 fake testimonials. It's a big no-no. It's not always a spelling mistake. Sometimes just you're using the wrong info in the wrong spot. Instead of 4 fake testimonials, I could have used 4 photo text going with the photos. I cannot think of the word. Let's see. This is another professional flyer. It's a professional flyer for the Museum of Coevorden. So if I find one error in this, or sloppiness, I'm gonna reject it. Remember, I discussed a lot of things already. I didn't save one of those flyers that I'm reviewing. Let's see about this professional one. I already see it. It's not only, it says for mamas, papas, grandpas and grandmas. That's 4 times repetition of the plural s. That's very sloppy. You just use singular form and you don't have 4 s's in a row. As you can see, I made 4 circles. So another fail. Then we have a tiny flyer with hardly any info, and it's a flyer that's let's look at it. Welcome at the Campersport in Emmen, and it's a title, and the title never has a point at the end, a dot. So that's the one. I'm gonna forgive that one. Let's see if there's another one. Here, look, this dot which is there should actually have been here, because here's the dot missing. A normal sentence needs at the end needs a dot. So that's 2 errors in this tiny flyer. Rejected. Then we have the, what's the word for from both?
Raspberry.
The raspberry garden. If you look at this immediately, you see pictures of all kinds of fruits.
But no raspberries. What's up with that?
What's up with that, buddy? No raspberries in the pictures. So
There's one raspberry.
yeah, the title is The Raspberry Garden, and you see pictures of other kinds of berries, but no raspberries. So what kind of, then don't name it raspberry. If I turn the page around, you don't see, you see an apple, you see tomatoes or something, or
Yeah.
berries. Yeah,
Raspberries.
yeah, all kinds of berries, but not raspberries.
Yes.
So
A bit weird.
that's, I don't even have to look at the text further. Now we're already the final flyer. Well, this flyer is the final one in the bag. No have been approved yet by the copywriter. So will this one save the day? Let's see. It's a museum flyer, and it's about what about stuff from the old days. If I look at this, I already see it. As you can see, I like this. I like the pictures. They do tell a lot of the story. What do you think?
Yes. Very. Yes. It gives you a good impression of what it can be like there.
Yeah, but there's 9 pictures in the fold out. That's a bit much. And you have more pictures, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the back. It might be a bit overdone on the picture side, and you have pretty big text, and the text doesn't have any headers and anything. It's just big. It could have been smaller text and it would look a bit more professional. Well, let's see the text. Here I see the word there is. There's always coffee and tea. There is the original statue. There is a big window. There is an antique, and the sentence doesn't go well. There is an antique store, and there is many tools. So fail. That's not really well put together. If you use four times the word there is as an introduction of a new sentence, then you're just not writing it professional. So as you can see in this quick review with my red pen and my reviewing glasses,
Quick pen glasses.
how many flyers were there to review? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 flyers in this bag.
Oh.
And how many were approved by me?
0.
Yes, there should be, remember, in flyers that are professional, only the bag is approved by me, yes. The bag I approve. But just to show you guys that this is a serious thing that I'm doing, and I'm just doing it very quickly because I gotta pee, and forgiving one mistake, which is a big thing, because one mistake is usually already too much. But I know from experience, even if everybody looks at it who is a professional, you always, when it's printed or you get it back from the printer, then you always find another mistake somewhere. So that is forgivable. But if you find 2, and especially in the short flyers, as you saw, that's another story. I mean, if I find 2, there's bound to be more, you should think. If I find 1, usually I always find 2. If I find 2, there's usually more. So I hope you liked this super fast quick scan. So next time you're thinking about, especially talking now to the Dutch viewers, especially if you're thinking about spending a ton of money to create a professional flyer on professional paper in full color, might ring me up or send me an email.
Yes.
How do you like it?
I liked it. Yes. Yes, it's very cool to see that quick scan.
Are you surprised with the result?
The quick scan man.
I'm the quick scan man because I can. The quick scan man. But even as you saw, even the professional flyers had errors in them, and that tells you something.
Yes, it's pity because usually there's a big printout, lots of flyers. It's not like there's only 10 flyers that are made. It's usually 1,000 or 5,000, so it's 5,000 times the mistake.
Basically, printed out garbage. So, and my quick scan only cost $50. So, you can do the math yourself. I'm gonna be signing off. Whoa.
Wow.
Talk to you next time.
Bye. Oh, wait a minute. Don't be clicking your next video yet. If you like our content, like, subscribe, support us on Patreon.
And check out our website, artvillages.com. That was it.
That was it. Oh. Yes. Awesome.